Hello, controlled chaos. It's time for a little talk and chill with Red. You've noticed probably things have been late lately, and I really want to clarify that that is not something I take lightly. I'm very stressed when shit is late, and I don't like doing it. In fact, it kind of ruins my entire weekend because it's all I can think about. You know, the YouTuber life is like, oh, I gotta get it up, right? Because timing is everything, and click value is everything, and virality is everything. So, just one, I'll say that I can confirm that shit will be on time this weekend. Thurman had a lot of shit to do the last 2 weekends. The 2 weekends ago it was his brother's birthday, and they kind of went out and did shit. And then this weekend he actually was out of state, traveling to California to visit his family. I live in Michigan. He lives in Vegas. If you don't know how this channel works, let me give you a little rundown. So that Michigan, Vegas. That gives us about a 3-hour time differential in time zones. Makes it hard for our schedules to line up, considering we both have, similar jobs. Until about 3 months ago, I used to have a third shift job, or a second shift job, so our schedules would line up a lot better, and I could stay up late to film when he was out. I lost that job, had to get a new job, didn't have insurance for a while, got really sick, couldn't see a doctor, lost a lot of money. Now I'm trying to move so I can have more money. It's been a wild ride, and life's been a bit shaky lately. Luckily, we're on the upswing. Things are getting better, but I just want you to know how seriously I take this channel. This channel is the one thing that keeps me kind of going in the worst of times. It's one of the things that kind of gives me purpose in life beyond just the job, Like, it's easy to fall into, I come home, I go to sleep, I wake up, I go to the job, and then rinse and repeat, right? This channel, it gives me something to do that gives me hope for the future. Hope that maybe one day I'll be able to do this as a job, and all three of us, and have enough profit from this to be able to just kind of enjoy our lives and do what we love, right? Which is why it kills me on the inside when shit gets uploaded late. So, like I said, I can confirm to you, shit will be on time this weekend. I've already had that conversation with Thurman. I'll put it here. Trust me, every weekend, it's basically like a, hey, Thurman, you ready to film yet? Hey, Thurman, you ready to film yet? Hey, Thurman, you ready to film yet? And it goes back and forth, right? So don't think that this is a regular. Don't think that this is a norm. And don't think that I'm not taking this channel seriously, because I want shit to be out on time, and it should be from here on out. But occasionally you will have these weekends where it's just one of us has prior commitments, But we'll always try our best. Also, I have plenty of other content coming in the upcoming weeks. We did film another death battle. I'll leave that a surprise as to who it is, but there is a JoJo character involved. And we also, speaking of JoJo, those will continue, the Part 6 reviews that I do with my buddy Andrew. Part 2 of that's coming out probably this week as well. So, still many things to come. Oh yeah, and we also talked about that One Punch Man game coming out. So yeah, a lot of stuff coming out. Oh, just accept my apology for how late this was, because I feel awful. And trust me, I really, really feel awful. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen again, because you have no idea how much I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Because it's you guys that give me something beyond just work. My 9 to 5, so to speak. And I love it. I love every bit of it. And it's done more for my depression. It's done more for getting rid of my depression and more for upping my self-esteem than I think anything in my entire life. And that's all thanks to you guys. And I will never let this channel die. Ever. You have my word on that. Thank you so much. Sorry. I realized I was looking at myself when I should be looking at the camera. Fuck it. Thanks. My Hero Academia!
My Hero, so don't be upset if this My Hero is kind of short, because it's honestly,
mostly we're just
I'm
going
not
to be having fun.
Say boring, but it's just it's just a cooldown chapter.
And by the way, I like those kind of chapters. So, one of the things I think Horikoshi is so good at is the slice of life, school life stuff. And it's been a while since we've seen the students, and I've missed them.
So, first things first, I'm going to talk about the theory. And the Twitter is just really, really getting their
Is it the electric kid doing the fucking Redestro thing?
So clearly that there's been a bunch of theories right now that it's been, but Kanamari, everyone's thinking Kanamari is the traitor.
It is weird that he's doing the Redestro thing.
He's
Like, that threw me off. Did that not throw you off? Because it did throw me off.
I didn't realize it, honestly.
No, I saw it and I was like, what? Horikoshi? My dude? Like, why?
Bro, people are calling Horikoshi a fucking god over at Twitter right now. Like, they're literally, like, they're calling him a god, bro.
Why? Just because of the setup and the genius foreshadowing, blah, blah, blah?
So, just like I said, after seeing some evidence of foreshadowing, I admit that Horikoshi has better foreshadowing than I thought, but I still don't think that his foreshadowing is the best it could be. But because it came from a discussion on Twitter. I don't know if you saw what I retweeted, but there's a poll talking about who has better foreshadowing, Horikoshi or Tabata. Basically, which series has better foreshadowing.
You of course were gassing Tabata.
Or Horikoshi. In a fairly way, I said I think Black Clover has better foreshadowing because I think foreshadowing is good when you can go back and say, oh shit, that was mentioned type of thing. Like with My Hero Academia, that's kind of an issue. You get me? So like not saying that Horikoshi hasn't done that. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention. But it's just foreshadowing in Black Clover seems to be more. You can kind of like, oh wait, oh shit, that was mentioned before, right? In My Hero Academia, I don't see that. So, but I did see. To be fair, though, I did see someone did show me a thread.
Did you? Yeah, you read the whole thing of all the fucking like evidence of like Kaminari being the traitor.
Not the whole evidence of it. I just saw.
There's a bunch. I mean, like it's an interesting read.
Yeah, can you send that to me when you after this video? Cause
for sure. I don't know them all by heart, but like the three that I can remember is like, he's got the way he formulates his quirk is such that he has like an instant excuse to not fight on the hero's side because he can just go dumb whenever he wants to. He's always just like mysteriously like gone a lot of times. I think that I'm trying to think of what else. Of course, this Redestro thing now. I'll have to find the thread. They had like a whole list of reasons. But let me see here.
One I thought was he was like how he quickly turned the channel away from the hero thing when the thing was coming on.
Bruh. Man, I'm telling you, like, it would be interesting. You know, I do think that he should probably like, I don't know, like give him more importance then if it's going to be him. Because, like, it'd be one of those things where it'd be like, oh, but it wouldn't be, like, heartbreaking. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's the weird thing to me, right? Like, if it's going to be Kaminari, he's just kind of like, oh, okay, it's him. It almost seems too obvious.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? Like, and this is what I'm talking about with My Hero Academia is foreshadowing. It's just like, if it's Kaminari, that's fine, but do we really care enough about him as a character?
Exactly. You have to think about what impact that would have on the story and if that's really worth, doing.
Because, I mean, like, Momo being traitor would be fucking... I'll be like, wow. Like,
yeah.
It's like, if it was like... if it was Mina, I think Mina would be a decent one. Because we saw her flashback with Kinamari in
right.
Very, very good. If it was Asui, it would be interesting. It would be Momo. Mineta, probably not.
Oh yeah, one of the other ones that I'm just looking. I literally found the list of like all the Kaminari things. One of them is that like he drew a sketch of Kaminari where one side of his face is like he's like looking all good and happy, and the other side he looks more evil. And then if you like mirror the evil side, he looks evil. Like it's like high key conspiracy shit. Like there's pictures of like them sleeping, and they're like, look at how he's sleeping. Well, oh yeah. Here's the panel of all them sleeping, and then he's gone. So he wasn't sleeping there in the fucking summer camp arc when all the girls were there. Let's see. Okay. During when they were like introducing their rooms, one of the girls commented, "It looks like you just threw whatever you could find in there," because he doesn't know what he really likes because he's pretending to be someone. Ooh. Wow. Here, I'll send you this link. You can read it. But, like, it is weird to me that he did the Redestro thing. Because, like, there's two possibilities. Either No, like literally, like what other reason would there be to do that thing? Like straight up, that's not like a commonly known thing to do. It's not like that's the peace sign or whatever. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh. It was just like, oh, I'm sorry that I wrote that. I just had him do like
It comes
a
out
thing.
like fuck. I didn't even realize how like right after the fucking Red Destro shit, I was just having him be wacky.
Yeah, because it's just. I mean, Hirokoshi is a good writer, so you know. But it's just
No.
like I think I wouldn't say people give him too much credit, but I think we're kind of like reaching. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's been a little overhyped at times. I think he's very good. He doesn't come to like Togashi Oda levels to me. I think some people want to put him on Togashi Oda Araki levels. He's not there. He's to me he's like better than the Naruto author, but not as good as like
Kubo.
Yeah, like it's hard. He is at like good big three territory. He's at like a above average shonen to me. It has not reached like godliness yet. I think it has a chance to. You know, and I think that we said this in our ranking shonen video.
I find it funny too that people put Hirokoshi on Oda level, but he's not. No,
that's dumb.
Not.
It's dumb.
And
people, by the way, people are very, very easy to be swayed by art. A lot of dumb people, by the way, will look at the good art and just like immediately like it's the best series of all time. A lot of Bleach fans are like that. There are a lot of Bleach fans out there that will fucking gas Bleach to fucking high heaven. And then someone points out all of the stupid story shit, and they're like, "I just like it because the art's more realistic." And I just couldn't get into one. Those same people are the people that can't get into One Piece because they don't like the way the characters cry.
Yo, bro, I've had people tell me that the style, the cartoony style, turns them off of One Piece.
They're dumb. I think we've had this conversation before, but yeah, you're right. Let's go back to My Hero. So anyway, what were we talking about again?
How Hirokoshi's not Oda level.
Oh yeah. Well, let's get back onto the. So I like good old Bakugo. Basically just showing once again that like he had a moment there to give himself some fucking like notoriety, and they literally edited him out because he's such a nutcase. Shows he still has a long way to go, because it kind of reminds me of when they had to muzzle him in the fucking games.
It's actually funny. Deku and Mineta roasting him. That's funny. He's like not very all-mightish. Not very all-mighty. Really funny.
I like to remember you had a theory a while ago that Deku and All Might, like you pointed out that Deku and Mineta are always hanging out, like they're friends. It's really weird. Like what? Like it's weird. Like you wouldn't expect Deku to be friends with Mineta. Like I don't know if I could hang out with someone like Mineta in real life. I'll be honest. I couldn't do it. I'll tell you right now, like real women in real life, if you hung out with a dude like Mineta, like they wouldn't come near you. Just telling you.
That's really funny. That's because it's just like I don't know, man. You really can't defend Mineta in real life.
You can't, and you shouldn't. Oh,
in fictional sense, you kind of can.
In fictional sense, it's hilarious, but like Jesus, man, like the thing is, like when shows. Here's the problem with. I think I think I've determined the Mineta problem. Okay, My Hero Academia kind of like sets itself in a more realistic tone, and what I mean by that is like. One Piece, it's a fictional, crazy different world, and yada, 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 and all these different manga do the same thing. My Hero Academia is specifically meant to be set in our world. It's literally just like our world, but superpowers exist, right? So Mineta, here he is, being straight up like just a criminal in this world. That should be the same, but it's treated differently because they're superpowers. That's the weird part, I think. I think that's what throws people off about Mineta more than like someone like Jiraiya. Because Jiraiya, they're in this ninja fantasy world where he's like fucking riding on a frog, coming in to peeve on some people. It's different, I
don't know, man. I just think like he's just a very like. It's kind of hard to defend Mineta.
No, you don't do it.
as a real life person, but it's just like
in 2050 when you're fucking trying to get like a real life like serious thing going on, like some bullshit, someone's gonna be like, oh, look at him defending Mineta.
You defended a fucking character.
Yeah, because as we all know, like the SJWs are only growing in power, so by 2050 they're gonna be running the world, like, you know.
And it's funny, he's joking, but that's actually gonna be a reality.
I'm terrified.
If you don't stop all this. Hashtag cancel culture. Cancel chaos.
No, don't cancel us.
That's a video.
Let's talk about this ugly motherfucker. Oreo Crisis. Or Oreo. Anyway, they're going through, you know, it's exactly what I expected, right? It's the news where it's like some people are reacting the way that they wanted them to, which is like these heroes, they didn't do their job properly. We need to look at this hero system with more scrutiny, but at the same time, and I kind of like this, the unprecedented factor is that the Can't You See kid back from the Endeavor arc, like, can't you see? He's trying his best. He's fighting for us. You need to cheer him on. So because of that kid and how he kind of became a meme and a viral sensation, more people are actually responding with encouragement rather than criticism, which is cool. It seems like that Can't You See kid and the Endeavor situation helped to kind of delay the worst here. But I liked what they say. I'm trying to find the part where they're talking about, like, we need a new number one. Like, they kind of say, like, oh, here we go. Right now, all of the heroes are being pulled along by the number one, right? So, like, that's something that Endeavor kind of had to learn, right? He had to learn to kind of be a little bit more like All Might, and I think he realized the importance that All Might had. Because what I like about this is Horikoshi is showing that importance by showing how it's all kind of collapsing. This is kind of the struggle that All Might always had to... This is the weight that he always had to bear. Because it's not just as simple as, I'm a hero, I'm going to go out and save people, I'm going to go out and beat villains. All Might always knew that his job was more important than that. His job was to kind of put out an attitude of, like, I'm unbeatable, I'm unstoppable, so we're not going to, like, shatter the confidence that the people have in us. Because there's always going to be people out there trying to shatter that confidence, just like what you saw today. In the political groups, just like the Liberation Army and this new one that's formed now, that's kind of what Endeavor's going to have to deal with, and I think that he's probably going to earn more respect for what All Might had to kind of do, and that kind of takes us back to the early chapters of My Hero Academia, where All Might was talking about, you know, when I smile, it's not because I'm not afraid, it's because I have to show other people that I'm not afraid, because I can't let their confidence be shaken in me, you know, and it shows you how important that is, and that's kind of followed up by... And I like when Horikoshi is able to do this. It's kind of a comedy scene, but at the same time, it makes sense to have this scene in here because it's showing how important the public perception of you as a hero is. We have this scene where Mount Lady comes in, whose whole thing is like interviews and like publicity and yada yada, to teach a class on here's how you should act when you're being interviewed, because that's important. And I think that the hero society and culture, the people that like kind of push up the hero system, they understand now how important publicity and PR and all that stuff is. Because if we fuck this up, then we really could lose this hero system that we have set up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really cool that they do this class because it's both funny but also makes sense and it's important for them to learn. That's something that I've really never seen any other series do that, where they focus not only on the hero actions themselves but how they present themselves to society. It's very political in nature because it's like if you go and become a politician, you can't just focus on, it's sad, you should be able to, but you can't just focus on here's what I'm going to try to, here's the policies that I want. You also have to focus on this reality TV show-esque element of it, which is all about image and appearance and how you come off to people and how you respond to people, you know what I mean? So it's interesting that I think Horikoshi, with My Hero Academia, more than any other series I've ever read, is really good at going into that element of it. So I loved that. Couple funny bits here. I like that when she comes in, a really funny moment of Mineta, where he's just like, this may sound not much coming from me, but she's been more tainted by showbiz than anyone, which is really funny that even Mineta's like, I don't think she should be teaching us this. And then the other thing here that I liked, where's it at here, is just Shoto taking everything literally. is very funny. You know, like, and the thirst, by the way. The thirst. Like, he's so cute, I want him. I want him, just in general. Like, I think we made this joke earlier, because Midnight was doing the same shit, but, like, some of these, like, grown adult women are, like, high-key thirsting for these, like, teen boys. And it is really reminding me of some Shota stuff. Not Shota, not Shoto, Shota.
Yeah, so she's doing some Shota shit, but watch no one, you know, that's no one be upset about that. Keep in mind, I don't want you to be upset about that. I'm just pointing out the blatant hypocrisy and double standard we have in America.
No, you're right.
Anyway,
you're right. I mean, people will be mad about, like, you know, these teen girls wearing, like, bikinis, like, you know, some teen girls would in real life, but, you know, no one's gonna be like, outrage, the thirst. Okay.
So it's definitely interesting. I feel like Hirokoshi is just making Mineta into a character of his own now. Like, he's gonna give Mineta a full-on fucking, like, character arc. Like,
I would like to see that.
For Mineta. He has definitely plans for Mineta, and that's interesting to see, right? Because it feels like Mineta has changed as a character that he once was back in the day, right? Because she's making some observations, she's getting more screen time when he's there. He's chilling with Deku. Like, he seems like he's being like he's like a character of his own now, right? Like, despite the fact of who he is as a character, so it's interesting. And honestly speaking, I don't really have much to say about this chapter.
No, you're right. I'm just looking through the rest just to see if there's anything else. Yeah, I think the main thing I do want to talk about that I like is one of my favorite things about this series has always been Deku. I had talked about how, as of late, Deku had kind of fallen a little bit for me, because my favorite part of Deku is that, like, nerdy, kind of nervous aspect of Deku. So it was nice to see that back here. I really enjoyed the writing here where he's, like, robotically, like, I'm happy to hear that, you know, but then, like, the second she's like, oh, it seems like you're really inspired by All Might, and he's like, yes! Like, finally, something I can talk about. And I love that, because I'm the same way, you know, like, if I have to go up to it on stage and talk about something that I don't care about, you know, I'm going to be very robotic. But then the second someone, like, invokes something that I'm really passionate about, all of a sudden, Deku's like, that's why I'm trying to customize All Might's move. It's like All Might's move, but I take it and I do it this way, and I use this state because this represents this, and I love that. So that was just nice to see as Deku here, and I thought that was cute.
He's definitely... So it looks like...
Yeah, let's talk about him shooting the little splurp.
This man Deku clearly isn't gonna learn his 6 quirks anytime soon, right? And it's funny, and notice how the people who are watching him, right? Like, look at the side on the left, people who are, like, keeping a close eye on him.
Yes.
For that shit. Like,
well, probably because remember last time it was fucking crazy, right?
So it's just like, and you seen the dark one, my boy Mineta's there. Look at him. He's like, watch and see, bro. I'm telling you, Mineta's going to be MVP for Deku. I'm telling you, bro.
I'm ready for Mineta to fucking save the world.
Mineta's gonna swoop in, bro. Like, so look who's watching him, right? He's paying very close attention to him. Mount Lady, Aizawa, fucking this bitch,
Midnight.
Midnight, Uraraka, fucking Bakugo, and it makes sense. Now, the one that doesn't make sense that I see is Mina being there. I don't know why she's like, you know.
I mean, have you read any hentai? She clearly has the hots for him.
No. Kirishima is, oh my god. Imagine a reverse NTR. Mina just comes up and she's like, oh, Deku, by the way, I love
Deku you. From Uraraka, like, straight up. Well, that's the thing about Mina, bro. She would just walk up. Like, she is the brave one. Like Uraraka's the shy one that's gonna take, like, 3 years to tell you how she feels. Mina's the one that just be like, hey, what's up? I think you're hot. You want to fuck later?
Like, she's legitimately, like, fucking, she was like, yo, I can, bro, imagine that. But, like, Kirishima, bro, well, what's Kirishima gonna think, right? Like, Kirishima, my boy.
What, in this fictional NTR scenario?
Yeah, bro. Oh, like a double NTR, bro.
Well,
it's funny.
I made that joke because Do you know the hentai I'm talking about? You gotta know the hentai I'm talking about. It's like all over.
No.
What? Like the very famous, like prominent, like Deku Mina hentai that's like huge on all the hentai sites, like as of like, the last couple months.
No.
All right.
I don't really follow in My Academia hentai.
I don't follow it either. It's just fucking number one on. It's like on the most popular page on most of them.
Yeah, I get it. I wasn't implying that you do. I'm just saying that when I see them, I usually like skip them because some of them don't have good art.
Yeah, no, this one does not have that good of art. The one I'm thinking of, it's just meh. But it got up there because people are thirsty for these fucking characters, which is creepy in and of itself. That's actually. Did you see Nux's tweet? Nux did a tweet where King of Lightning was talking about people like looting some underage characters from some other thing, and then like Nux was just like, "Have you met any My Hero Academia fans?"
Yeah, bro. To me,
the entire fandom just like forgets.
Hirokoshi draws characters so well that like people can't help but thirst trap. Like that's no excuse. I'm just saying, like the art is like Bleach is the same way. Like there's so many Bleach hentai out there just because of how Kubo draws his characters. Like
people can't help
be shocked how many times I've seen Orihime and Rukia in some sort of hentai.
Well, luckily Rukia is hundreds of years old. That's that good old anime excuse. You know what I'm saying? She's a spirit. You can fuck a spirit. All right.
It's really funny. You know,
waiting
it's
for one
hilarious.
of those comments. Remember the comment we got like a while back when we talked about hentai? Like, oh my god, this channel's going downhill. Oh my god.
Going downhill. We got like 20, like 30, like 3,000 subscribers after that video.
That's funny. I didn't know going downhill was what a number going up looked like.
But losing 2 subscribers and then gaining like 5.
Oh my god.
That's how Mafia works.
No, but I was gonna say, generally though, here's what I want to talk about here. It weirds me out that more people aren't weirded out by Deku's new quirk. You feel me?
Yeah, but you did say Todoroki was talking about that, right?
Yes, yeah. It just, to me, seems a little... I just want more people to be like, what the fuck's going on there, Deku? You know what I mean? Like, it just seems weird to me. Like, that more people aren't, like, looking at Deku like, whoa, what? You know what I mean? That's all. Like, it seems so different from, like, any other thing he's done. His quirk is, to their knowledge, his quirk is strength augmentation. So all of a sudden he can shoot out like some Spider-Man fucking black goo. Like, that's weird. They should be weirded out by that. I'm sorry. And I hope that, I mean, it's still possible. Like, it's not too late. I just think that, and maybe that's what that left little panel is supposed to signify. But I think that should be more of a problem, that he all of a sudden has a quirk that's like not even close to the other quirk that he has. Like, that should be hard for that should make it hard for him to keep the secret, in my opinion.
So you do think that like Hirokoshi is gonna fuck, because like that is one of the biggest things that kind of takes away from Deku being quirkless is that like he got a quirk now, but like would it like, do you think there's gonna be like some big reveal? It's like, oh, you were quirkless before you met All Might, and if it wasn't for All Might, you to be quirkless. Like, do you think though Hirokoshi might like bring that up in some way, like kind of make that like a plot point?
I don't think I fully understand what you're asking. Can you try asking it again?
Like, you know, one of the biggest things people give My Academia a shit for in the constant war in Shonen is that like his whole us feeling sad for him because he doesn't have a quirk gets diminished because he got a quirk.
Yeah.
So do you think like Hirokoshi might do something like if Uraraka or Todoroki or something, because technically only Bakugo knows that he was quirkless before he met All Might, and I think Bakugo knows now that it was All Might gave him his quirk, right?
Yeah, Bakugo basically knows everything at this point.
Yeah, Bakugo. So Bakugo himself doesn't really care that much. All he wants to do is prove that he's better than Deku. But what about the rest of the people? Will they have like same reaction? Like, wait, you were quirkless, but now you're not quirkless because of All Might. So what you think that might bring like a a topic of discussion for his class.
Well, how would they find that out? He would have to tell them, wouldn't he?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if that was found out.
Oh, like if that came out somehow?
Yeah. Do you think?
Well, I mean, obviously, at some point, it's gonna be. They're gonna find out, definitely. I don't know when though. I talked about this many chapters ago before the villain thing started. My personal hope would be that we would have a thing where I think that if he was going to tell anyone right now, it would be Uraraka, and then that could bring them closer. Because I think Uraraka, she's smart, and I like to think that she would be like weirded out by this whole situation, especially considering she was very closely affected by it. She was the one that had to kind of calm him down and stop the whole thing, right? So I'd like to see him tell her the truth. Like almost ask, like I could see a scene where he asks All Might, like, I know I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but can I tell one person? You know, it's a person really like close to me, and I can't stand lying to her anymore. I think that'd be a good romance moment, personally. What?
That sounds so cringe.
How's that cringe? I don't get the cringe. I was really pouring my heart out there, my fanfic heart. Explain, bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know how I feel about romance, lovey-dovey shit. You know I can't stand it.
I was like, I wish you could have seen my face. I was like blown away at the laughing there. I was like really, really like genuinely like, what the fuck did I say? That was cringe.
It's not you. You're not cringe. But here's the thing. Here's the thing to clarify, so people in the comments don't think I'm an asshole.
He is an asshole.
Look, listen, okay. I like romance as much as the next guy, you know, like romance series, mind you. Like
Thurman's like, my kind of romance is when I tell a bitch to sit the fuck down. I don't fucking love.
People who know me that harems is one of my favorite genres in manga.
That's cringe.
It's like in my top 3, right? Because it's like, you know, I've shonen, like seinen, and well, you know, shonen, seinen, you know, harem, sci-fi, shit like that, right? Like I really love harem. Harem manga are pretty good in my opinion. Like Love Hina's really well written. Ichigo 100%, To Love Ru, The World God Only Knows, you know, et cetera, right? So, I mean, you know, I can fuck with romance. You know, romance is kind of cool. Seeing, you know, I can dig that shit, but it's just. I'm gonna be honest. I hate being lovey-dovey. I'm not very romantic in real life. I would be a terrible boyfriend because all that romance, lovey-dovey shit, not really never in my personality.
Lovey-dovey. So it's just like I've done that shit with you, like where I'm just real with you and I tell you about how great of a friend you are and how much I'm grateful to have you in my life. Is that cringe?
No, that's not lovey-dovey.
That's the same
though.
shit. Literally, all I just said was Deku saying, "This person's I'm really close to this person. And I can't stand lying to her anymore." I would say that
was a like. Let me finish because now I feel bad. Not really feeling bad, but yeah, I gotta explain myself. I gotta explain myself for laughing.
Explain yourself then.
Okay, so first of all, us being gay for each other, not lovey-dovey. It's condone this to my toxic masculinity, but
we still have to do a video about, by the way.
It's brovy-dovey, bro. We're fucking
brovy-dovey.
So
here's the thing. Up.
Like it was just so like the way you said that. It was just like I could when you were saying that, I was literally imagining Deku saying that. It was just cringe to me. It was just like it made it seem like when you said that you have the voice of a voice actor. So when you said that shit, my mind was like, oh my god, like can I talk to someone about this? I can't. It's someone really close to me. I can't stand lying to her.
Straight up imagine though, like think about it for a second. Okay, think. Okay, there's a girl you like. You really like this person. This isn't just a lust love. This is like you respect everything about this person. You love them as a person. They're like a best friend to you, okay? And if Uraraka starts asking questions and you have to lie to her because All Might said you can't tell anyone, but you suck ass at lying like Deku would, like I do, So you suck ass at lying, you tell a lie, it's obvious she knows you're lying, and then you get to a point where Uraraka knows you're lying to her. And that fucks with the relationship. Not just a relationship, but like even just if you want to go friendship. That fucks with the friendship. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. I could see a moment where if Uraraka is like is weirded out, as she should be, I could see Deku being like, I can't lie to her. Because I genuinely like this person. That's all I meant.
I know. I was just sorry.
No, it's okay. It's funny. I mean, it's content.
And to be fair, there are some lovey-dovey fanfic comic writers that write lovey-dovey romance comic rights shit that I kind of find adorable. Like the one where Deku and Uraraka are like their first fight or whatever. I thought that was kind of cool. I'm not gonna say cute, but it was cool. I can dig that. Like that type of shit. It's like I don't hate, but I'm sorry. It's just like sometimes
you just have to look at it in the same way that I look at it. Don't look at love in any different way that you look at friendship. To me, friendship and love is very, very much the same thing. Like, because I'm not afraid to tell a friend how much they mean to me. You know what I mean? And so, like, to me, it's the same thing. It's just a matter of being open with your feelings and telling someone how much they mean to you. And again, I think people are going to be like, why the fuck are you talking about romance in a chapter that had zero romance? Sorry, I guess that's off topic. It's what we do over here. That's the chaos part.
Chaos. Don't like it. You unsubscribe.
And then everyone unsubscribe.
Just the easily offended people.
I mean, I guess more of. I think there's some people that just have like a bad. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like a short attention span, I guess. And they just want to get right to like a Chibi review-esque, like, here's the chapter. All right, we're done. But no, I mean, that's all. That's my thing. But yeah, I think that'd be cool. I'd like that because I'm shipping trash. Now, I do like this line here where he's like, it really just kind of goes bloop right now and disappears, but eventually, and everyone is just like, what the fuck? That was nothing impressive. And then even Bakugo's like, quit acting so happy about a bloop.
He's happy about that black.
Oh, was it on your official manga app?
It's on my official manga app. It's BLEH black.
Now, how about tired, disgusting All Might? That face terrified me. High key, I thought Horikoshi, I thought it had been so long he forgot how to draw All Might for a second. I was really concerned.
Bro, his whole face is a full-on triangle, bro.
It's awful.
Like a fucking, it's like a poorly drawn pumpkin face.
That's really funny. Yeah, I mean, it's just awful. I'm glad that's tired All Might, because at first I was like, ugh, stop it. Now, they're restarting internships, right? So I imagine it's going to be like internships from the beginning, except now they're a lot farther along the process, so they'll get to do more intense stuff, maybe? Is that the vibe that you're getting?
Yeah, it's it's kind of shit, because it's going to be different now, because like we said last chapter, the villains are fucking ready. They're ready. And the heroes are not. Like, they're still recovering.
Right.
Endeavor's still recovering, I believe. Like, Hawks' Best Genius is gone. Like,
Best Genius is currently in a fucking bowling bag. Maybe.
The heroes are on the losing side. They're losing. They're losing stamina. They're losing momentum. While the villains literally gained it. Like, so, and keep in mind, all in one day, mind you. Well, probably not one day, but, basically in one fell swoop.
Yeah,
right?
Like, the tides are definitely shifting, and it's terrifying, for sure, like how quickly it's happening.
So, here's the thing. And one thing that makes it interesting is that Deku is behind now. Because now, not only does he have to focus on mastering 6 of the quirks, he doesn't have that luxury anymore. Because smashing those 6 quirks, hell, even pulling out a little bloop like that makes him, he's panting. Look at the pain, he's panting.
Yeah.
It took all his power just to get up that little thing. While fucking Shigaraki can melt entire cities, towns.
Yeah,
so,
and honestly, what's probably going to happen here is we might have another Kamino situation, right? I think that Deku is going to have to be the sidelines watcher one more time before it's his time to shine. I think that Shigaraki is going to attack again. I don't know when, but I think that the next time Shigaraki attacks, Deku's still not going to be ready. And I think that it's probably going to come down to Endeavor, and Endeavor will get fucked up. And then we're just going to keep going through number one heroes until it's... And I think that Deku's going to feel bad each and every time because he's going to know this is his responsibility, but he's standing there watching the pros take that bullet, every time.
And All Might die. Everyone wants All Might to die.
All Might's gonna die. Well, it's confirmed. Like, Night Eye saw it, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like, All Might is gonna... Like, that's one of the most obvious story... Like, I knew All Might was gonna die from, like, chapter 1. Like, All Might was like, hey, what's up? I'm dying. Like, it was like, hello, my name's All Might, and I'm dying. Like, that's basically, like, been his thing. Like, he is destined to die.
When All Might dies, I'm going to troll the My Hero Academia fan base because... I'm sorry. Usually, fueling the Black Clover versus My Academia war isn't helping. But as a troll to heart, I'm gonna have to troll them with this because.
Oh, definitely. I'm already gonna. I'm trolling Rebecca like crazy. Like her favorite character is All Might. Like ever out of any. Like Killua to me is All Might to her.
Here's the thing. For context of that, there's a lot of for all you people who don't know what I'm talking about. So on Twitter.
Oh boy.
A few chapters ago on Black Clover, they recently revived the character who was seemed to be dead, right? And a lot of people were mixed. People were saying...
Spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1, the Wizard King.
People were saying it was poorly written, characters should stay dead, all the bullshit, but everyone else, and me included, because I was on the other side, I thought he should stay dead too, but the way it was done, it made sense. I'm not angry anymore because, like Tabata does, he covers his grounds, and it makes sense that he's alive. And that revival came with a price, which is good. But there are still people out there who think it's bad writing for a character to come back alive for whatever reason, because apparently you need a death in every series for your series to be good. Apparently. I think that's what new generation of manga readers
You don't,
thinks.
but I like death in series, but like it's definitely not necessary.
Well, according to the young millennials,
we are millennials.
Your series cannot be good unless there's a death, and that's why people hate shonen. There's like a hate boner for shonen.
If you're talking about the generation below us, it's Gen Z because we are millennials, by the way.
Yeah, Gen Z, and one thing is that that's why. That's why all these people fucking dick ride seinens and hate shonen because there's deaths in seinen and no deaths in shonen.
Well, it's that.
So, which is
isn't there like a video like about like the path of an anime fan where they start with like the DBZ shit and then they keep getting like more and more mature as they feel like they're like, I'm not a kid anymore. I need mature shit, right? And then they eventually kind of come back to the DBZ stuff.
It's so stupid. Like
it's just people wanting to feel like they're fucking extra mature and shit. Because I'm over here, like I love Hunter x Hunter to death, but at the same time I love One Piece. I love, I unironically love shit like I'm trying to think of like a cutesy cartoon that I really like Gravity Falls is phenomenal. Fucking like you don't need like super serious dark shit. You know what I'm trying to think of examples. Everything I listed had dark elements. I'm trying to think of something that's not dark.
So can't communicate.
Oh yeah. Comey can't. Thank you, Thurman. Comey can't communicate. I was just reading Oran High School Host Club's one of my favorites. Like you don't have to fucking read everything dark and edgy. And again, as someone who loves Bleach and got into anime from Bleach, can't stand the fucking fandom because like everyone I talk to thinks that Bleach is the best thing ever because it's got a darker tone and it looks realistic. Oh. Thurman.
So sorry, I got a phone call.
That's fine. We can wrap this up. Start to wrap it up, but I was just making fun of people
So basically, long story short, I'm going to make fun of them. All Might dies because it's going to be like,
yes.
All Might died, but you guys made fun of this.
But here's the thing: if All Might dies and stays dead, if All Might dies and stays dead, that only proves their point. The only way you can make fun of them is if he pulls some bullshit and All Might dies and then comes back.
Well, not even that, because him coming back made sense. Because
okay, let's not get into it.
So Yes, Black Clover discussions will be coming soon once Red decides to
Wind
finally read it.
forces me to read it.
And Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, so
last thing I want to
chapter,
say is
it
looks like All Might is looking into the previous One for All people, I'm guessing, like just to try to figure out what quirks Deku is going to get. So we might have a talk with All Might and Deku where he's like going through like, all right, here's what you can expect, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
So that's cool. And then,
I'm giving this chapter an 8.
Cool. And then last thing, real quick, I really enjoyed the segment where they're going through like how they would talk to an interviewer, because it really does like show. I like the cleverness of this because they all kind of have almost like a catchphrase or a slogan. So like I love Uraraka, like, for me everything weighs nothing, you know, and like there's like I could see like kids being like, that's cool, you know, and like you know, and then of course the dark one, he's got like his edginess vibe. No blood will be shed as long as you're behind me. Like they all have their kind of like they're basically coming up with their own I am here. You know, All Might had the I am here. This is kind of like their thing that they say as they jump into action, which again is, I just think that's really cool. It gives you a look behind the kind of surface level hero stuff. You know, you get to see behind that and like what it takes to really be a kind of commercialized hero. You know, I think that's interesting. So yeah, I think that's, for me, that's probably peace. This video is going to take a lot of editing. But we had some good shit in there. We just got to get past the brain farts.
And peace for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.